just relax. Okay. Moving this energy. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Now, in this practice of inhaling and exhaling, what you'll focusing and you're moving the you're just finding this energy and allowing it to exist safely within your heart, within your mind, within your body, your soul, all these things. So let's just keep on moving this through. Just release, 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 and relax. Just refocusing on that energy. Just allowing yourself to be. Be patient with yourself. Be peaceful with yourself. Love the peace that is within you. Love the peace that surrounds you. Love the peace that exists within your heart. Love the peace that is you. Love the peace that is within you. Take your time. I think so many times we want to hurry up and get there. Whether that's impatience or even excitement. But sometimes that path teaches us a lot more than just getting there. Take your time. There's a lot of wisdom that we learn throughout the process, and the process of letting go is very important. But take your time when you do. You should be able to do it on your terms, your time, based off of your needs. There's no perfect way of doing anything. There doesn't have to be. Just do it your way. So I'm just going to place this all over your energy because we want to light your way. You're moving forward in your journey and your destination and your destiny. So let's light your way. You'll find your way, sweet babies. You'll find your way. And that takes time, it takes patience. It takes sitting with yourself and being at peace. Okay, so what I want you to do is just to inhale, exhale, move it through. Another breath. Exhale, move it through. Final breath. Exhale and move it through. You let that go. You let it off your chest. You let it off your brain. You let it off your mind. And repeat and do it again if you need to. So babies, you've done a fantastic, fantabulous job. Continue to breathe in that energy. Continue to move your energy. Continue to find different things to focus on your journey. It will help you as you get there. Trust in yourself. Trust in your path. Allow life to provide what you need. And again, trust in yourself. So no one has said it. Let me go ahead and say it. I love you, love you, love you to pieces. Place to heal. Relax. Be yourself and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica Sup, a Reiki master teacher and intuitive. I also go by Jet. And welcome, babies, to your nightly self-care routine. For all my returning babies, welcome back. Mama loves you. So if you're new to the community, this is just a place to relax a special healing session, and that special healing session is we're going to be doing drawing Reiki symbols on all of your chakras. So this is going to be a nice alignment, nice balancing, and a cleansing as well. So just relax, okay? And breathe into this moment and exhale as well, okay? A couple more breaths here. Relax. Okay. Step number 1 is to align you and allow you to be receptive to whatever you need today. As the Reiki symbols go on each chakra, they will initiate an activation within you that helps for your particular needs or specific things. And for it to do what it needs to do, just be receptive in your own kind of way to that healing, okay? Okay, breathing in and out. Exhaling. Relaxing. Relaxing into this, okay? Just be in this moment, baby. Be in this moment, sweetness. And relax into this sweetness. Okay. So I'm just going to move anything out of the way. So I'm just going to move this out the way, and anything that is no longer serving you. And breathe into this. And relax into this. Gently shifting and moving into this energy. Relaxing into this. Accepting what you need. So I'm going to go to the crown and start with the Reiki symbols. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Okay. So with the crown, relax into that. Shift into this energy. Surrender to yourself in your best healing path. Okay. And it feels just like a smoothing. A smoothing and a soothing. A smoothing and a soothing. A smoothing and a soothing. So just to work on this energy around you as well. Okay, good job. Moving this through. Okay, now we're going to go right there to the third eye and go in with the symbols there. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Okay. So breathing in and out here. And just taking this moment of resting in yourself, in your energy. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do just a little bit of fluffing of this energy. If you don't mind. And this is just reminding you that your energy is still going and flowing within you. It is still going and flowing within you. Your energy is still going and flowing within you. Going and flowing within you. So let's else has placed on you. Let's go ahead and let that go. Let that go. Let that go. And embrace this energy that is you. What you want, who you really are. That's the real you, okay? So we embrace that energy. We relax into that energy. Let's go to the symbols here. Now connecting the crown to the third eye to the throne. Again from the throat to the third eye to the crown. And just allowing that energy all around to mix and combine and balance itself in the places that it needs to balance itself. So I'm just going to work through a couple of things, if you don't mind, during this time. A couple of things, if you don't mind, during this time. Breathing in here, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Relax into this. Relax into this. Relax. 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 Relax into this. Relax into this. Relax into this. Relax, relax, relax into this. Okay. How are you feeling? Sweetness. How are you feeling, love? You doing okay? Okay, just wanted to make sure, love. Okay, going down now to the heart. Breathe in and out. Exhale. Just focus on your heart. Focus on the heartbeat. And surrender to that. Surrender to that heartbeat. Just notice how it goes and it flows. And just be there. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And I'm going to go in with the Reiki symbols here. Just take a deep breath, okay? Okay. Just gently cleansing out any area of the heart. So I feel a calling to focus on the heart a little bit more, to cleanse out any pain, any burden, to initiate healing in that area, and compassion, a bit of tenderness. If you have been hurt, allow yourself to heal. If you have been closed, take your time as you open. If you've been too open and you just need to close it a little bit, you don't gotta love everybody all the time, okay? Whatever your heart needs, let's just cleanse it out, sweetness. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, couple more. Exhaling. Good job there. And I'm gonna go in with the Reiki symbols, okay? Deep breath. Okay. Okay, good job. Good job. Relax and move the energy. So you feel that interconnectedness that was all the way from the solar plexus to the heart, and the heart back down to the solar plexus, because it is in our heart that is the center of the top chakras and the lower chakras. So we always want to keep our heart balanced, because our heart is what keeps us open to our purpose, our life purpose, and all of that energy that surrounds and flows within that, okay? So bringing this down to the area of the sacral. And so let's just do some cleansing here. And that is your individuality. That is your uniqueness. That is your creativity. That is the womb of every idea, both mental or physical, that you ever have. So just making sure that we water the garden that is the sacral, okay? So let's go in and do those Reiki symbols. Deep breath, exhale. Okay, going all the way down and all the way back up and all the way back down, pulling this energy now down to the root, okay? So what I want you to do is be as grounded as you possibly can be and as inside of your body as you possibly can be. What does that mean? Just get comfortable with yourself. Just be in love with the moment that you have with yourself in this physical body, knowing that there's no place and no space you'd rather be than being you in your body exactly as you are, okay? So we're going down to the root. Take a deep breath in. We're going through these Reiki symbols there, okay? Inhale, exhale, okay? Chakure, 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 chakure. Reiki, 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 take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Sweetness, how do you feel? Anything coming up for you? Anything that you need? Anything that is important? I see this energy just flowing down from the crown all the way down in you, like it's like replenishing everything within you. Okay. And just breathe into this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You ready for another chapter, a new year? Are you ready for this energy? Huh? Are you ready? So let me just move that energy. Just flowing each way. Okay, balancing. So, we start our sessions off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, take a deep breath. May I touch you? Okay. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Dear universe, in all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, let's go here to the crown and just kind of clean off your crown right there. Dust it off. I just felt like a choking sensation. We gotta dust this baby off. And you gotta step into who you are, okay? So just working through that. Now take some breaths here. Relax. Exhale. Now just follow my hands for a little bit, okay? Just follow my hands and move through that energy. Good job. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing into this space. Now relaxing into that, connecting with your highest self right there at the crown. And just relax into this. Breathe into this. And surrender into this moment of your healing. Just follow my hands a little bit. Okay, good job. Good job. Exhale. Good job. Okay, moving this energy through, relaxing here, relaxing, and just being with yourself. job. Good job. Excellent. 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 Okay, now connecting the two, your crown, okay? And pulling it down to the third eye. Yes, 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 and more yes. Breathe here. Breathe here. Breathe here. Breathing. Okay. 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 Good job. Good job. Good job. Let's bring it down to the throat. Balancing this out. And just relax here. Let's take some of this off of your shoulders. Relax here. Just dust your shoulders off a little bit. Just take some of this off and move this down, okay? You okay? You doing okay? Okay. So, moving this energy so that you speak freely, speak freely of what you want to say and talk about and stuff like that. Okay. Just move that through. Okay, take that out. Moving that energy through. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax. Relax. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax. Relax. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's move this down. We're gonna go now, right there, to your heart, okay? Now I'm just gonna place my hands on your shoulders, if you're okay with that. Cool. Place my hands on your shoulders and just relax, okay? Just relax. Relax. It's okay. Breathe in and out. Release and let go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Moving this energy through and balancing this energy for your highest vibrational good. Placing my hands right there on your heart. And I want you to just rest in that, okay? That anything you want is possible. Anything you need is available. And who you are is the right you to be, okay? So connect with yourself and never doubt who you are. So just taking that, moving that energy, connecting from the crown, the third eye, throat, all the way to the heart. So babies, how are you feeling, okay? How are you feeling at this moment? Has anything come up for you? Is there anything that is coming up for you in the moment? Any type of energy here? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Rest assured, he's gonna be okay. Sometimes it's It's not about forcing yourself. It's not about doing what you think is realistic. It's about chasing your dreams. Because dreams are just little pieces of our souls that seep out of us into reality. Just a reflection. And I see so many people who are nervous and afraid and scared of the wrong things. They think they're scared of things going wrong, but they're really scared of things going right. And what that means: no more hiding, no more life as you know it. It can be scary to move on, but if you do feel as though you have a dream, if you don't move, you're gonna get kicked in the direction of movement. Or sometimes life just moves on without you. So keep moving, it's okay. Believe me, everything, for the most part, gets better the more aware you are of yourself, of your energy. So now let's go down to the sacral. Let's water this garden of life here. Breathing in and out. Refusing to let go of that burning desire you have inside of you to bring that thing into life. So now that you're here, you gotta make it happen. Let's just make sure the sacral is okay and connected to everything. Okay, how are you feeling? It's feeling good to me. It's feeling really good. Trust yourself. Trust that the path is in front of you. Trust that you don't have to know every answer for it to work out. Trust yourself. Going down now to the root. Opening this up. Clearing this out. How are you feeling? Okay. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected on multiple levels. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job. Excellent. Excellent. Let's do this. Good job. Now, take a deep breath. Going from the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral root. All the way back up from the root, sacral. So when we start our practice off, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to just hold the space and root us down in our individual healing experience. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, mad at you. Got it. So just breathe in here as we work through this energy and we just set and hold the space. So just relax, okay? Relax into this. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing and letting it go. Finding peace and balance here. Okay, breathe in here. Good job. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, good job. So let's start at that crown chakra, okay? And let's just see what's going on here. And so I'm going to do some Reiki symbols. Okay, so just going to see how that is. Just breathe in and out as you normally would do. And just relax into the space. So let me just see with the crown. See if there's any messages that is coming across to hold the space. Breathing in. It's almost like a wave. It's like this wave of energy, kind of like the waves crashing up on a beach. You know, you ever sit on the sand and you have your feet had said something differently than the way that it came across, but it just is what it is. Just to understand that it was supposed to come out the exact way that it came out, and that's a part of the big picture. So make peace with that right there in the throat. So bringing that energy down, shifting, smoothing, balancing, releasing and letting go. Just let it go. Let go any kind of need to know how it's gonna turn out before it, is ready to reveal itself. Just live in this space of relaxation. We all need to take a nap. We all need to go to sleep. So there's times where the voice can be quiet and just rest in patience and understanding when it comes to yourself. Going to your heart now, opening and expanding, exhaling, pushing through. Again, opening and expanding, exhale and pushing through, opening and expanding, pushing through, opening and expanding. It's like you want to expand, but you're like afraid, is it safe? Is it safe to expand out here? Saturn's rings vibe. Gives me like flowy dress, but it's like you ever see somebody spin around, right? And it's like the little, I guess maybe if you have loose clothing, like the dress will just spin. It's giving me that kind of vibes. It's like you're just kind of going with the flow. You're kind of flowing in and out, but there's also this little bit of, I don't want to say mischievous, because that's kind of like a trickster kind of energy. It's not that at all. It's more of like fun, you know, wanting your confidence to be derived from fun, having fun. And that's really what is just like your energy is trying to pull out in this moment. Just shifting that through. Shifting that energy in the directions that it needs to go to. It's almost like now it's like a disc, like, you know, on a record. It's like you can spin it, or those games that you played as a kid where you like, it's a big spinny thing with the bars and you run in a circle and then you jump on it. It just keeps on spinning. That's what it feels like. So it's saying go out and have fun, go out and have a good time. Okay. Now I'm on it. I'm stuck on it. You know, that childlike energy. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think as adults, sometimes if you don't have creative outlets, you kind of lose that energy, and then you kind of super focus on relationships as places to work through, like getting what you need. But like, I think just having fun with yourself, like, are you able to go out into the world and just have a fun moment with yourself, regardless of where you're going, or just saying like, I want to go do this today, so you go and you do that. You know, like it's like the universe is pulling you and telling you like, do it, just do it, doesn't matter, just go have fun, you'll meet the right people there, it'll work out, just go and have fun. So that's that energy that's being felt in that solar plexus. Moving it and relaxing it, and moving it and relaxing it, and bringing it down to the sacral. Just brings me smiles here, and just working through that energy there. Okay, and so I'll keep my hand up to hold the space while the other hand does the work, because this is kind of the point of pushing out, and this is the point of reception, and so being able to balance both at the same time is really important. But the sacral gave me like a smile on my face, and also channeling messages for the collective. It's, if you have been called into this space purposefully, it is because we are all experiencing things on a certain level. And so if it resonates with you, it's because you were supposed to be here in this space sharing the collective. Feel free to use the comment sections to share your journey and what your adventure is in the moment. But just working through this energy here, okay? Right there in that sacral. Okay. So letting that go. Breathing in and out. So just moving and working that energy. That sacral did give me a smile, though. I kind of want to stay there, like just walk around. And what came up, it was less of a imagery and more of just a smile, just to feel good, like a little, like a giggle, or like just like a, I don't know how to explain it. Just if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know, because apparently I don't. It's always interesting trying to translate messages that are received, but here it is. So I'm just gonna kind of close it down in this energy and just kind of zip you up, essentially. Just setting that intention to take what you need and leave what you don't, but to raise your vibrational frequency in the direction you would like to go in, and smooth over your aura and seal you with the sign of the infinity and say, good job. Well, family, you did a fantastic job today. I enjoyed this. We haven't had a chakra healing in quite a while, and so it's always nice to check up. There are we almost at 600 videos? We're not at 600 videos yet, but there's so many sessions, so many. There's a good 40 or 50, if not 100 chakra sessions. But this is nice because just checking in and really connecting with those messages that are resonating with you right now. So I really enjoyed this time that we shared together. So beautiful. I always enjoy our moments together. It's super fun. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, sweetness, and I have so much love for you. So proud of you for prioritizing your self-care practice, and I'm proud of myself as well, because I'd like to be an example of what it is that I expect from you. And so if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. Wash your hands for at least 30 seconds with soap and water. Don't touch your. I also go by Jed. I am a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It's kind of like a series that we're going to be doing for the next week or so, and it is going to be a chakra cleansing series, and I may or may not have some special news, but I'm trying to decide when I'm going to drop that. Anyway, if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, so now that you're new, welcome. You get one kiss on the forehead. And for all of my returning babies, yes, you get even more kisses as a returning baby. Mama loves you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start this series off with the root. And we start our sessions off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, let's go. You ready? May I touch you? Just relax here. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe. Okay, so let's do that. So deep breath in, exhale, and we're going to start at the root, and the root is at the base of your spine. So we're going to go all the way down and just take a couple moments here. Now, things that you can do is you can kind of choose, like perhaps a hasta mudra, which are hand positions. You can choose a hand position that is appropriate for what feels comfortable to you. You can also do some research on the different meanings of what you need to bring into your life, or you can just rest. I'm like acting like you can see. You could just rest your hands right there on your lap as we work through this session. You can be lying back. You can be sitting up. You can be doing stuff, whatever. So going there into the root. And so when working with the root here, we want to make sure that everything is balanced. means something. What I mean by that is when something takes up too much space in the body, what ends up happening is the energy can't flow down properly, which is a gesture of manifesting. So that root chakra is that last, or technically first, chakra in order to get into the material world. And if it can't go down, then the energy can't go up as well, which is a gesture of going up and receiving and attaining and getting wisdom. So we need to go down as much as we need to go up. Let's just work through any blockages there and move out anything that needs to be shifted. Okay, keep breathing. Okay, balance that here. Just slow and steady. Just keep going. Now, what I need you to do during this time is just to breathe in and out. And why you want to breathe in and out is you want to become aware of your body. That root chakra is really the base, and it keeps and holds us together. So we can go through life and forget our body. So I want you to be very, very aware of your body, your limbs, your torso, your core, whatever that is. Be very connected and aware of your body, okay? Just working through it. Working through it. And just gentle movement here, so shifting the energy in several ways. And finding space and peace again. Finding space and peace again. Finding space and peace again. Okay, so just bringing that energy down and just pulling. So when I say gesture of manifesting, when I say pulling energy down, I'm saying your dreams and hopes and goals, they live up there, but we need to bring them out into reality. If you do not bring them out into reality, you'll never see them. You'll kind of be living in like la la fantasy land for a long time. And it's important that we have those fantasies, that we have those dreams, we goals, all of those things. But then we have to push them down. Because here's the thing, when I say push them down into reality, because we can get satisfaction from fantasizing about what we want, and honestly that's kind of a positive thing, because if you believe it, you can get used to it, even if it makes you scared. That's like a really big thing. But if you get stuck there, you just get stuck off the thought of it and not really being able to taste the full bodied experience of it once it manifests into the physical. You're really selling yourself short. So we're taking that energy and we're sending it through the room. Previous times when I've done this chakra series, I really took the time to always go through the crown, going down. And it's important this series to go through the root, because we need to understand that bringing things into the material is just as important as attaining knowledge from the esoteric. And when I say material, I'm not saying someone is materialistic or greedy or something like that. What I'm saying is that everything that is within you, that you feel that you are here to live out that purpose, needs to come out into the physical world. And if it doesn't come out into the physical world, it just stays trapped up here. And after years and years of not pursuing what it is that you want, that you care about, not going that extra mile for
myself like that. So it makes me really uncomfortable that now I have to grow past my edge, past my limit, in order to step into this next, whatever it is, in order to fulfill this next, whatever it is, in order to reach my potential at this moment in my life. Just know it's a part of the process. We all have an edge and we just work a little bit more. I think when we're younger, we're a little bit more hard-headed. We be skipping over the edges. We literally just jump off the cliff, or we will refuse to go to the edge at all. Just a hot mess, okay? And you know what? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes people get older and they don't change. They do the same shit over and over again. But I'm saying all of that to say that just practice in your own way of just widening up. And that's taking up space, being heard, but knowing that if it is in your heart, it is worth being out in reality. It's worth being out in the physical. You do not have to be sad or feel like there's something, some invisible bar that you have to reach before you're allowed to share yourself with the world, before you're allowed to advocate for your dreams. No. I'm just going to keep cleansing that out. And I want you to take some breaths here, because I want to remind you to get back into your body. To get back to that feeling in your body. To remind yourself, I am here, I'm alive, I am present, and I'm ready. And so just clearing out any blockages that have to do with money, that have to do with community support, emotional balance, well-being, adequate housing, whatever that is for you. Just balance it, balance it, balance it, balance it, balance it, and release. Just pulling away any excuses. And sometimes you may not necessarily know what the excuse is, it just feels heavy. And if something feels really heavy on you, in order to kind of get it off of you, you have to lighten up things within your body. And lightening up things typically means you can't take things as personal. You can't take things as serious. You can't, as I say, beat a dead horse. You can't expect a new outcome to come from the same approach to something. And there's a difference between that and discipline. Discipline is you're making movement towards where you want to go, but you just don't feel like doing it. But you are making movement in progress. Might be a little bit slower, might be a little bit faster, but you just don't want to do it. Versus what I'm talking about over here, insanity, is you're not going anywhere. Sometimes you might go backwards a little bit, but you don't want to go to your edge and learn a new process or think of a new approach, because maybe at one time it worked for you then, but it doesn't work for you now. I just need you to know the difference. One is you're working towards progress. One thing is you just don't feel like doing it. The other thing is you're not really going anywhere. And let me tell you something. This one over here is typically when you're safe. This one is when you're uncomfortable. There's discomfort and there's growth. There's a reason why people do this. A lot of times, there's not really, you're going nowhere and you hate doing it, that's typically not it. You may not like where is a collective energy, and we're all healing together. So you're not alone in this. We're all doing it. We're all working through it. So know that we can make it. Don't feel like you can't make it. We can make it. We just take our time. We all got different timelines. So you just take your time. Breathe in and out. Relax. Well, babies, I hope you liked part 1, which was the root chakra cleanse. Again, we're going to go through all of the chakras, and I'm going to have a special announcement. I gotta decide when I'm going to announce this thing. But until then, you can join me on the Patreon community. It's $3 a month, and we are doing until the new year the rebirth cleanse that I was just talking about. I have put up some healing cleanses, and you can follow those cleanses as well. And then we meet every Sunday just to check in with each other and see how it's going. So until next time, babies, if not a set of community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see blossom into blue, blossom into blue. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are continuing our chakra cleansing series, so we are doing the Sacral today. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. That's a little clap. This is your nightly, daily, whenever time self-care routine. this, or like the rings of a planet, like boom, or what are they? Dang it, solar panels. I was like, what are those called? So you can imagine that you have like solar panels around you. I'm running with this. I'm running with this right now. But whatever that is, something to pull that down into your sacrum and to grow. Pull it down and to grow. Pull it down and to grow. Pull it down. Pull it down. Pull it down. And to grow. Pull it down. And to grow. Pull it down. And to grow. And just inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale, relax. Okay, so we're going to connect this down to the root, which we've already cleansed. So we're going to connect this down to the root. Send it back on up to the sacral, down to the root. Back up to the sacral, down to the root. Up to the sacral. So we want to get the energy used to flowing up and down and up and down and up and down. We don't want there to be any blockages, any stagnant energy, any unnecessary energy. So when it comes to energy, you can have not enough, you can have too much, or you can just have the energy stuck. So it's really important to know what you need. I like that with Reiki, it's always been described as the energy, the life force energy is intelligent. It goes where it needs to go, meaning it will work through, what needs to happen. But I think for people who don't really know Reiki, they just think it might be like somebody is sending you energy, and you may have too much energy somewhere. Like if you ever met somebody who's like very talkative, blah, blah, certain things that you can't do. So those things take time. So have faith. Other people have been able to do it. They may be doing it now. So why wouldn't you be able to do it? It's because you can do it. Have faith. Another part is sometimes a person can feel like, just woe is me. There's something about me. I feel unlucky. And even though rationally they know this should work, they believe that it will work for anyone and everyone else except for themselves. And they start to have a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning they won't go in and they won't water anymore. They won't tend the soil. They won't do anything because they're allowing the self-sabotage to happen. Other reasons can be a feeling of imposter syndrome. Whoa, this is happening for me. I have no clue how this is happening. Is what I'm doing really working? Forget all that. Don't worry about that. Wherever you're at in life is where you need to be. And if you are ready to grow, you get used to it. That's either taking in more in your life or getting comfortable with the more that you are receiving, whatever that is on this journey. Whatever that is on this journey. And just balance it out. You got this. One last breath. Fantastic. Well, babies, you did an excellent job. And I hope that you will join us on the Patreon community for the Rebirth Cleanse circles. Of course, let's cleanse this up, and you can choose to do your own cleanses as well. We meet every Sunday until the new year as a way to supercharge and get us ready to go on to that next level. So, if no one has said anything, no one has said this. It's like, if no one has said anything to you, now if no one has said this today, let me go ahead and say it. I love you. Make sure community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see blossom indoor bloom. Blossom indoor bloom. I am Jessica. Stop. I'm just kidding you. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive house by Chat, and welcome to your nightly daily self-care practice. So if you're new to this community, babies, you are now my baby. So you get one. If you're new, you get one kiss on the forehead. And if you're my returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. It is always my intention to lift your mood. Sometimes we'll tackle heavy things and sometimes not so much. But even when we tackle heavy things, at the end of the day, I hope that there is a lightness that comes to you that just lets some stuff go. You know, we're always going to experience things. It happens. But you don't have to put even more pressure on yourself and be mad at yourself just because you're human. So I hope that in this space, you're able to let some shit go. You're able to let some of this stuff go. Okay. Well, day number 3 of our chakra cleanse series. So we're going to do the solar plexus, and I know you already saw the root in the sacral. So we're going to go to the solar plexus. And if you want to, each day you can just watch them back to back, or you can choose one day at a time. It's up to you. But it's a way to kind of clear and cleanse out, and we're preparing ourselves for the new year. So if you would like some extra special, just energy flowing, join the Patreon community. It's $3 a month, and we are doing the Rebirth Cleanse Healing circles. So that's going to be happening now. So we meet every Sunday, and we just come together and we check in with each other. What does that sound? Also, join us on Patreon. It's $3 a month. I was going to do like that, but clearly I don't know how to count. Join us on Patreon. It is $3 a month, and we are going to be doing the Rebirth Cleanse Healing Group. So I've already put some cleanses up that you can follow to prepare us for the new year. And we meet every Sunday just to check in with each other. So it's a wonderful way to prepare our bodies and to just remove any heaviness that we might be feeling. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. So if you're new person offer the highest vibration of good only. Please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay. So now we get to go right here to the solar plexus. So take your hand and go to where your ribs are. Right there. Okay. That is the energy of the solar plexus. I was like, oh my gosh, why is it? I think my ribs was like where are my ribs? So right where the breastbones meet, that is also known as where your chi would be, or that storing of energy. It's so amazing that when we look in various schools of healing, both ancient and modern, indigenous and modern day conventional, that the digestive system or the stomach area is a huge part of healing. I talk about this a lot, like for example the microbiome that lives in your gut and your colon, things like that, is 70% of your immune system. It is what protects you. It's what gives you life, essentially, or maintains, helps you to protect the life that you have. And when you go and think about where you store your chi, where you store your life force, it would also be right there where that meets. So just sitting here, breathing in and out. Good job. One more. Okay, I just want you to get really familiar with your body, activate your body, connect with your body, okay? Exhale, release. Okay, so I'm gonna just widen this up, because 9 times out of 10, it's not because someone is too confident, it's because they're not being confident enough. But I like to think of it like this: have Saturn's rings. Saturn is the planet of discipline, but Saturn's rings are really wide, and so what you want to do is you want to take up a lot of space, but you also want to have boundaries in that space. You want to go, you want to be confident, but just because you're big, you're confident, you get a lot of people who are now attracted to you or coming to you, or things like that. It doesn't mean that you have to let everyone in. So you're going to have Saturn's rings here. And I noticed that sometimes when someone is a people pleaser, or someone has poor boundaries, they don't want to be seen because they don't know how to say no to people. Not today, baby. You're going to have to say no. And I promise you, the quicker that you say no to someone, the more they're okay with it. When you drag it on, when you don't tell them no, when you go back and forth on your boundaries, that's when they, flip the script a little bit on you. So don't do that at all. If it doesn't, as soon as you feel it, if it doesn't feel right for you or right for you at that time, just say no, thanks, no. But still go about being physically. You remember where your strength comes from. You remember where your passion comes from. And you accept yourself for who you are. And so I'm just gonna place my hands right there as well. And again, just breathe in and out. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. Okay, release. How do you feel? How does it feel? Okay, so let's just work through that. Work through that. Work through that energy. Work through it. And balance it. And it's important to have balance on both sides. Okay. Just balance. Balance. Balance, balance. Balance on both sides. Both sides. Both sides. Just placing that on top of you, your energy. Relax. Keep breathing, and I'm just going to just go above a little bit. Just looking there. Okay, good job. Good job, good job, good job. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. And move. And relax into that. Okay. Now we talked about this in the sacral. We talked about having our solar panels, our sundress, whatever it is for you. And today, I'm using the example of Saturn's rings. See them grow around you, okay? Get as big as, your arms reach. And then get as big as your space. And then get as big as your home, house, apartment, wherever that is. Then get as big as your block, your region, your continent. Get as big as the planet. And be mindful. You can be seen without being overexposed. You are available for what your soul came here to do without people taking advantage of you. You can be big and bright without having to step on people. All of these things are possible with appropriate boundaries. Just keep working through that. Keep working soul can't go anywhere. It can't do what it's here to do. Just work through this. Work through this. Balance that out. 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 And just work through that. Okay. Just those shifts out. Just doing a little bit of repairing for the heart. And I'm just putting it back together. That if anyone ever hurt you, betrayed your trust, or if that you ever hurt someone, betrayed their trust, because look, life isn't just happening to you. We don't live in a world where only you're hurt, no one else is. We all have things that we're working through. We have shame, we have sadness, we have all kinds of things. So instead of internalizing them, let's just work through it. So we're working with the heart here and just taking those subtle shifts in the energy and working and just taking that movement and finding just a good space, a good place, and just the heart. Now what I want you to do is similar to what we did in the solar plexus. Go ahead and take your hands, and again we had this one for the solar plexus. You can just do this, just a gesture of oh. You ever heard something you really like, you're like oh. Place it right there in your heart, to the center of you. Place it right there in your heart, and feel yourself. Feel your purpose. Why did your soul incarnate into this experience? What are you here to do? See your purpose unfold in front of you. When your soul floats around here, when it comes in and when it leaves out, what was the purpose of this for you? What did you want to do? What did you need to do? Why? Why? Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Those with a balanced heart have a balanced life purpose. So we're going to send this energy up. And we're going to send this energy back down. Because you've already seen the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. So we're going to send it down to the sacral, solar plexus, and root. Down to the solar plexus, sacral, and root. And send it all the way down and back up to the root, sacral, solar plexus. So allowing that heart to be activated in our confidence, in our creativity, in our stability, our foundation, our life, okay? And just work through that, 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 work through that. Work through that, work through that, work through that, and work through that, work through that, and just, I'm gonna just remove anything that's taking up too much space, that makes it difficult or tough to be 100% connected, and just placing just a bit of protection on you so that you remember why you're here, why you're doing this. Now, everyone has their own folklore or origin story of understanding spiritual, religious path of why they are here. So that's up to you. I don't care what it is that, one person is saying that this is the right way. No, it's just your way, okay? But whatever that way is, tap into it, connect to it. Connect with yourself. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. yourself. The best thing that you can do is trust yourself in this process, is to believe in yourself in this process, is to keep on showing up each and every day in the process, no matter what. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it feels great, but taking yourself to that next level, taking yourself to that growth and that place of happiness, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, finding that for you, finding that for you, finding that, finding that, finding that, finding that for you, and being at peace with your purpose. Okay, so just connecting with yourself. I'm just placing my hands right there and just breathe in and out and connect in with yourself. Follow that path for yourself. Find wisdom within yourself and just good job. Good job, and just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And release sweetness. So just release. Release. And release. I'm just gonna cleanse down a little bit. Cleanse over here. Just back on up. Bringing these together and just working through all that is coming up. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have a connected purpose. But you have to accept that for yourself. You cannot self-sabotage yourself. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able yourself. Release and let go. Good job. Well, babies, you have done a fantabulous job. I hope you are enjoying this chakra cleansing series. I know I am. So something that you can do is you can watch these videos back to back. And so as each one comes out, or if they've already come out by now, the magic of the internet, just watch them back to back. You can do the root, then you do the sacral, solar plexus, then the heart. And as more come out, you just continue to do that. Typically, I go the opposite down. I go from the crown all the way down to the root. But the reason why I'm going from the root is because we need to work on a good foundation. Do you have everything you need financially, materially, environmentally, emotionally? And then we work up through having that motivation to live life, that second wind, that gust of energy, that and also community is important. That's why I'm always encouraging you all to connect with each other here, as well as join the Patreon community, where we meet and we talk and we, have a really good time and enjoy these enhanced sessions and initiatives and things like that. Then we're gonna go up to that solar plexus of confidence, and then the heart, and of course we're gonna do the last three in a little bit. So babies, take care of yourself, and if no one has said it, let me say it. I love you, but who cares that I love you? Make sure you love yourself a little bit more each and every day. Okay, so Reiki, healing, hope, community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom indoor bloom, blossom indoor bloom. like sizzling and crackling, but just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just to keep it going. Keep it going, going, going. Just get really comfortable here. And I want you to practice just breathing in and out. And when you become more mindful of your breath, inhale. Exhale. The thing is, when you become more mindful of your breath, intentionally breathe, intentionally take up space, intentionally take a big inhale, intentionally exhale, breathe it all out, and be mindful maybe for just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You are training yourself to feel more comfortable with your voice. Because if you're already shy, or you may not be a shy person, you just have something that you might have kind of a difficult time talking about or advocating for yourself, it doesn't help if you're already restricting the air. What you want to do is you want to put some force behind that, because the intention is already there. Put the air and just make sound. That's it. You don't even feel like you have to do the extra mile, okay? The intention is already there. Just put air and float it on out. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. You get a star. 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 Okay. You get tons and tons and tons of gold, platinum stars. Next time I get like a silver star, I'm gonna say it's a platinum star. So just check in with yourself here. How you feeling? How's your throat feeling? Now, what seems to happen with the throat is a couple of things. Sometimes the energy is stagnant. Sometimes it's too much, and sometimes it's not enough. Have you ever met someone who just keeps talking, and they often over-explain themselves because there's a lot of nervous energy there? So it might be too much energy in that one area, maybe not enough energy somewhere else, maybe lower chakras, where it might be more action-oriented, or the upper chakras where it's, you can be busy, but you can also be, chasing your tail. So you want to be very mindful of your vision. Anyway, regardless, we want to balance that. Sometimes they're stuck, like as if you go into situations and there's something you want to say, but you just for some reason you can't get it out. Afterwards, you think about it, you're like, yes, I know exactly what I want to say, but you just, in that moment, you just can't get it out. And when there is not enough energy there, just a feeling of not feeling like your voice is going to be valued, not feeling like your voice is important enough to speak up, kind of hiding behind certain things in which you need to have some more energy there. this job. And just inhale, exhale. So speaking about using your voice, I have excellent news. I finally can talk about it. So, every year, per usual, I do a giveaway during this time of the year, during December. And I wanted to make this giveaway very meaningful. And the giveaway is a spot in the fall 2023 Reiki Master Teacher Apprenticeship cohort. And I am loving the current cohort. It's a lovely, wonderful group of powerful individuals. And I learned so much more. As a facilitator, I learned so much being in the space, and I learn about the lives of the apprentices as well. So that is something that I want to give to one lucky person. And the program is a year-long program. If you don't know, head on over to ReikiHealingHope.com and you can learn more about the apprenticeship, of why I choose to have a year-long program and what is it that is important to me when creating an environment for well-rounded energy healing practitioners and things like that. So, in order to enter, what you do is, this is going to be exclusive for the Patreon family. So for all of those who have been working very hard on our rebirth cleanse, the cleanse that is getting us nice and ready, I was going to say nice and fresh for 2023, as a bonus because you've been working so hard, you will be able to win a spot in that cohort, and you just simply answer the question, why are you ready to be a healer? And so the Patreon community, it's $3.33 a month. And for me, I take a lot of time to think about financial accessibility and pricing things that I feel like can be attainable at various levels. And so you all know the apprenticeship is more expensive. And then the Patreon community is something that I try to offer in order to have that community, that collective feel, but to be mindful of varying budgets. And so my gift is to be able to hopefully help one person through their journey of becoming a healer. And my intention is to amplify their voice. So speaking of voices, feel free to hop over to the Patreon community if that is something that you're interested in. And if no one has said it, maybe let me go ahead and say it. resonates with you to show up. Show up in your mind's eye, in your mind's ear, in your mind's nose, whatever that is for you. And start to tap into, what does that mean? Sometimes it just means you're hungry. And other times it can mean things. So when people are trained intuitives, trained in mediumship, natural or learned, they will typically tap in kind of more often than the typical person. So the typical person has access to certain things, but these abilities are typically amplified during these big moments in their life. So if you have a really, really hard decision that you have to make, a really large transition that you're about to make, that's usually when these abilities are amplified versus someone who may just be kind of tapped in all the time, whether that is something they choose to do or something that they were born with. So everyone has the ability, it just shows up at different times. And I think it's because during those very tough periods or during those big transitional periods, we are so activated energetically, we are so tapped in energetically, regardless of if you feel like it is a positive or a not so positive experience. We have so much moving around that it starts to activate these senses that we have. So and especially when things are difficult, we might be looking for solutions. And so solutions can show up in a multiple of ways. So now what I'm gonna do is just open that up for you. So if you've been feeling stagnant, if you've been feeling writer's block, if you've been feeling not as motivated as you would like to be, or if you are motivated but you're just not getting the results that you're looking for, call my 1-800 number and no, I'm just kidding. Or if you're not getting the results that you're looking for, let's try to open you up so that perhaps in this session you feel a little bit calmer and more clarity. I feel like that's how it is when someone's like, I have a solution for you, and it is behind this paywall. So, if you're just a community, I will try to crack as many jokes as I can, because the most important thing is that you feel better at the end, and I will do whatever I need to do to make you feel better. But just open up. Just open up here and exhale. Open up. Exhale. Oh, and like a crunchy side note. So they have the Miss Cleo documentary coming out, and I'm so excited to watch it because I think that's a really good example of when someone can be tapped in, but because they are not presenting as themselves, they fuck up their whole situation. So the whole idea within the third eye, which brings up the conversation of clairvoyance, mediumship, so clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient, the ability to be able to see something, know something that you shouldn't have access to, but you do know, or be able to kind of see things happen before they actually happen, versus mediumship. I'll work on you too. Versus mediumship, which is being able to communicate with those who have passed on. Now, there are many cultures, many ancestral cultures, indigenous cultures. Everyone has some type of ancestral culture, no matter who you are, that they were already connected and tapped into their everyday norm of communicating with those who have passed. And there were just some people who may have been born or who learned how to tap into that more efficiently. So this whole idea of communicating with those on the other side, it is not a new human experience or concept. And so only you know 100% what you need and what's best for you and how this life will play out for you. I can't see that for you. You can't see that for me. But only you can see that for yourself. So I like to encourage people to strengthen that gift for themselves. And sometimes people go on to help others and continue to train. And I don't think this is talked about often. I know I talk about it in my apprenticeship, but training is so important. And I don't just mean one time, I mean continued education too. Every year I take on a new modality or heighten a modality that I'm already working on, because I believe knowledge is important. I believe practice is important. And I believe from learning from the community and the elders that are around me. And sometimes people can get caught in just learning one thing and just, oh, that's it. So all my apprentices know, okay, you're going to learn Reiki, but you're going to learn some other stuff. And you have to keep on learning and keep on growing. That's a part of the process. So just clearing that out for you. And I hope that what we're talking about brings some clarity into your life. Because sometimes you may feel like you're not good enough, or other times you feel like you don't, for some reason, have the insight. And I guarantee you have the insight. You have what it needs for you. Now, you may not be able to go and boss somebody else around in their life, but you know 100% what you need for yourself. Trust yourself. The greatest gift you can give yourself is trust. And even when you look at situations where you feel like, oh, was I right here or was I not right here? Just understand that everything is leading you to an opportunity to make new and better decisions. So maybe you want to make a decision right now, but you got to open yourself up a little bit more, because what you need is a little further down the road. So keep on going. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't feel like what you want in life is not worth fighting for. And also go through the process of change. There's a lot of things that we all feel like this is how things should go. And rightfully so. Life will humble us and open us back up to new possibilities. Sometimes possibilities that are bigger than where we're at now. So I want you to have the ability to be able to see clearly what it is that you want. What do you want to attract in your life? What do you want to bring into your life? Let's bring that now to the forefront, okay? Bring that here. And most importantly and authentically, if you don't get nothing that I've said today, get this. Be yourself. Be yourself. I understand the concept of faking it till you make it. Faking it till you make it doesn't mean that you are another person. Faking it till you make it means sometimes you have to go in there with confidence even when you don't feel that confident. That's it. But be yourself. Sometimes you gotta walk into the room as yourself confident, even though maybe you don't feel that confident, but you walk into there as yourself. That's what it is, not put on a whole new, personality and persona and things like that. Because who you are is there. And I think that there are many iterations of you. And so those iterations form and they grow and then they become open and they reveal themselves and all of that stuff, okay? So don't be afraid or limit yourself. If you've been kind of struggling, if just things have been getting out of balance for you, just know that you within yourself, you know what you need to do, you know what you want. Sometimes there are periods where you kind of have to work hard towards something, or you just have to get through it. But those don't last forever. And just do the work. understanding, I could say that it could almost be loosely related to your ori, if you know what an ori is. That crown is that place of the connection of understanding between you and the universe. I could say you and the divine, whatever that is for you, but really it's just the highest representation of we are a part of everything, and everything is a part of us. So it is that macro view. So let's work through some of that macro view. So just working through that area, and just we're going to calmly approach. Up here in the crown is typically where you're not going to get very agitated. You're going to see things, you're not going to be very subjective. You're going to see things from a very objective view of everything that you've ever experienced is for your highest vibrational good. Or I think to take the positive and negative values out of it, let me say it like this: everything that you experience, your soul needed in order to learn something. All of the experiences. And that can create a really difficult position if you faced a lot of just fucked up shit in your life, to think that those things would happen for your highest good. That's something that as you start to reflect over your life and you finally get to a place in your life where you're happy and you're healed and you're whole, you'll see the wisdom from all of those experiences. And yes, you could have learned them in other ways, but if your soul saw this set of circumstances and said, I'm going to come into this life in order to find the light on the other side, that is big concept stuff. That's not necessarily us, carbon based. We don't want to be in no trauma and no drama, but the soul works on a higher level. So only you know 100% the reasons why, or the clarity, or when you will feel comfortable knowing that. I remember when I first started this practice, I used to tiptoe around that conversation because very horrific things can happen to somebody in their life. And to say that those things are a part of the wisdom that we gain, it kind of creates the question of, well, could I have learned it another way? Of course, you could have learned it a less traumatizing way. And so why wasn't I allowed to learn it that less traumatizing way? Why did I have to learn it this traumatizing way? And I don't think that there's any generalized answer that will fit everyone. I don't think it's appropriate to generalize. I think it has to be an individualized answer for you. And if you don't feel that way, you don't feel like you're at that place in your life, then honor that. Continue to explore and navigate what you need in order to feel better, to feel good, to feel healed, and to feel whole. Be in that journey. But a lot of times I speak as if people are not there. And so let me speak to some of the people who are there, who have experienced so many things in their life, but they're in a place of wholeness. You can see now. You can see how all of those experiences built you to be the person you are now. So if you were able to get over that, you're able to get over anything. If you're able to get over those situations, there's nothing in front of you that can prevent you. So if you're working from a place of wholeness, know that you've faced and encountered worse, but now it's time for you to move forward and step into more and greater experiences for whatever you want this life. So I'm going to go back into the ground. So whenever you have maybe uncontrollable thoughts, just feelings that are all over the place, it can be a sign. It doesn't have to just be this part, but it can be a sign that the ground is not balanced. So what you're trying to do will probably not work out, and this is why. But I support you. I'm gonna let you learn the lesson, but I support you. Because I think at the end of the day, no one wants someone to just agree with them. What they're really looking for is support. So tell them that ain't gonna work out, that's a bad idea, but just say I support you anyway. And let them learn. Don't take away that for them, because what I see sometimes in people, karmic things, is they carry other people's baggage. They carry other people's lessons, and then they start getting bitter and they start feeling like, oh, they're overgiving, being a people pleaser. No, you're carrying another person's lesson because you felt like you were strong enough to carry the lesson than they were. It wasn't for you. You got your own lessons that you feel like you're not strong enough for. Let them build up the strength to do that. That's the point of a lesson, to build up the strength. Especially when you get older and it's less of things are just happening to you, and more of you get to start to choose the lessons that you go after. You get to start to choose those things because you're now more in control. So just clearing that out, and I hope that this is providing some just big picture macro view of how to look at these things. I guarantee you do not have to freak out with life, okay? And I'm not saying to not have emotions or not to honor your emotions, but I'm saying you do not have to build something higher than what it is just because you saw other people do it, just because you don't feel like you're balanced. You have to develop in any experience that happens internal balance. And you only develop internal balance by going through something and choosing to return to balance. Don't judge yourself when you kind of go to the left or the right, but just bring yourself back into balance. Find that balance within yourself at all times. Find that balance within you at all times. Never give up. Never let go of your dreams. You can do this. You can figure it out, but also things are not as hard as you think they are. Things can be difficult, but it is that concept that we've seen in many wisdom traditions of suffering, and the understanding that the difference between discomfort and suffering is that you may not be able to control if something is really easy to do or is more uncomfortable to do, but you can control suffering, meaning this makes you feel, let's say it makes you feel 10 pounds of discomfort, but over here the suffering adds an additional 50 pounds of weight of discomfort, so you're carrying that around. Let go of that and just deal with this. And sometimes you gotta check your people's situations and circumstances, because if you're around other people who normalize both, it's gonna be hard for you to do something different. Because what typically happens is that, say you let go of that, you're only dealing with this. When other people look at you, they will assume that what you're dealing with or what you're going through is lighter than theirs, is not as difficult as theirs. And so that might make you feel like you're not being accepted or you're not being supported. So be mindful of the community around you to either check somebody and let them know, or surround yourself and include other people who have a lighter sense of perspective, as well as your situations and your circumstances. Like if you go to work, you have a toxic work culture, you may not be able to work in the dynamics that you need. Like for example, if you have someone who's like always excited and that's how they get people motivated, and excited meaning like I'm stressed out, we need to do this, we need to do that, that's not healthy. And if you try to go in with balance, they're always going to try to do something that is, because they're not working from that place, they're working from all over here. So maybe you should work somewhere else. And maybe you should decide, okay, is this the best place for me? There are many jobs out here. Do I still have regular things, regular deadlines, things that need to happen, but I don't have that excess weight of worrying and having to deal with other people's worry. And there are many teams out there that don't ascribe to that. So there are so many options. You do not have to be stuck there, even if you've been there forever, even if you've been there for a little bit of time. So just know what you want. Just know where you're going. And believe in yourself, okay? So let's just bring down any messages from the universe, divine, or whatever you believe in or don't believe in. You know, I don't care. It impacts me 0% of what you believe in. I'm just facilitating a space here. So just bringing down these messages and bringing them to yourself. And being open to whatever you receive. Being open to whatever you receive. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. Good job, good job, good job. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed the session today, and I hope you enjoyed this mini chakra series. So now that we have all from the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, and to the crown. Now that we're at a point where we have all, feel free to just go in and watch it through. I've created a playlist so you can kind of just watch it through from the beginning all the way down whenever you need it, or you come in at the little parts. Also, as you know, we're doing a giveaway, so the winner will win a spot